Hey there guys, what's going on? Talking Flicks here, and today, hey, Bottom Thingy's here, we are doing another MC review. It's been a long time since we did one, it was years ago. We are going to have Mini-Me joining us, Mini-Evan, and yeah, we'll do Iron Man 3, the conclusion to the Iron Man trilogy, not the last of Iron Man's movies though, as in not the last film he appears in. Yeah, but let's get on with the review, shall we? So let's start with the background info. Apologies if I'm not sounding super enthusiastic. It's past 1 in the morning as of when I'm recording this, so I'm pretty tired, but let's do this. Let's rock. Alright, so the budget is $200 million. Opening weekend, it did $174 million, and that's in the US. Domestically, it did $409 million, and worldwide, it did $1.214 billion, which is more than any other MCU film at that time other than the Avengers, so that's a lot of money, especially for a solo film. But let's get into our first bit of background info here. So the first thing is Jon Favreau initially turned down the role of directing Iron Man 3 so that he could direct Magic Kingdom. I don't know what Magic Kingdom is, I don't know if it worked out for him. And he also says he got to have more fun as Happy, or got to have more fun while playing the character of Happy Hogan. There we go. RDJ, aka Robert Downey Jr., pushed to let Gwyneth Paltrow have action scenes in the movie, and that actually ended up working out. So, yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow got her action sequences, and Robert Downey Jr. got what he wanted. So, that's a happy ending. And the first cut of this movie was 3 hours and 15 minutes. I would have been interested in watching that, honestly. I mean, I don't know if it'd be good, but I'd be interested. Because one of the best things about this movie is the pacing, I'd say. Not to really get into my thoughts, really. But, yeah, 3 hours and 15 minutes, that's a lot. Just finished thinking about it, I think that'd be pretty cool. But would it be good, you know? Jensen also appeared in the beginning of the movie. Now that's pretty much more of an Easter egg than true background info. But some people probably missed it, so I'm just bringing it up because I think it's actually really cool. This is from Iron Man 1. But let's get into the good of this film now. Woohoo! But I must say, spoilers! Alright, now that the spoiler warning's out of the way, let's get into the first good, and that is the action. The action in this movie is actually really good. Hey, yeah, I have footage credit at the bottom now, that's cool. So yeah. As you can see, there's this action scene. There's a Malibu, and it's really cool when Tony Stark gives Mandarin the address, because he's, you know, an idiot. But, yeah, you know, his ego got the better of him there, and yeah, I really like all the action scenes in this film, and you get to see Tony Stark getting on some more action rather than just, you know, true Iron Man. You really got to see Tony Stark use his brain and get creative, and I really like that about this movie, that, you know, it's not all just Iron Man action sequences, which is pretty much what all the other films do, so that makes this movie stand out, and I like that. Now, the next thing is Tony Stark himself. Of course, Tony Stark is great in all of these movies, pretty much. Well, I didn't really like him in Iron Man 2 because it's unlikable, but specifically Robert Downey Jr. is great in all these films. But I really like Tony Stark a lot as well. He's a really good character, one of my favorites in the MCU. And yeah, I'm trying to say how this movie used him very well. It wasn't all focused on Iron Man. This movie was really all about Tony Stark, more than Iron Man, and I really like that about this film. You get a lot of time with Tony out of the suit, and yeah, I really like that. That's what I really like for Tony Stark. Now, are we moving on? are you almost done talking about? There we go. Now, let's move to the third thing here, and that's the kid in the movie. I thought him and Tony Stark had a really charming back and forth. I really like that. So, yeah, really like the kid in this film. And the other thing that kind of segues pretty well into the humor. I thought the humor in this film was very good. Shane Black's writing works very well with Tony Stark and his character. And, not necessarily for the MCU, but for Tony Stark's character, I thought Shane Black was a good choice. And I thought the humor really prevailed in this film. But, unfortunately, we do have to get into the bad of this film. Oof. So, first thing is about the Mandarin, pretty much. Mandarin of how Ben Kingsley, you know, he's just Trevor Slattery, and then the real villain is Aldrich Killian, who is the Mandarin. I don't mind the idea of, the Mandarin not really being Ben Kingsley. I just don't like who we got in the end. I don't like that we got Aldrich Killian in the end. I don't think he was a very good villain. But there was one funny scene that came out at this end of that. Let me just play it real quick.
Tony, I swear to God, I'm gonna blow his face off.
Yep, it's a great sequence, and it makes the movie all the better. So, yeah, but now let's continue on with some other bad things about the movie. But man, that sequence, it gets me every time. And that's another thing about the humor. The humor is so good in this movie. Yeah, Aldrich Killian just not a very interesting villain. And I do think if they hadn't done the twist, I think the movie might have been better for it. Because I actually thought the Mandarin was a really good villain for that first half of the movie. But then once the twist happens, you don't really have a good villain for the rest of the movie. I'll say that pretty much. And all these fire people, it doesn't... Oh no, I hit the mic, my apologies. But, you know, all the fire people don't really interest me that much. And now the second thing is the retcons. There are a lot of retcons. Well, the future in the MCU retcons a lot of this movie. First off, Pepper having powers, they just disregard that. Well, they don't really disregard it. They like give a brief line about how Tony found a cure for her or something. But it was basically disregarded, so Pepper's powers discontinued. Pause to continue talking. And also, you know, of course, Tony pretty much retires at the end, and that doesn't happen because he's just back in Age of Ultron. They do explain with the line of Civil War, but he's still back. And so, yeah, those are my thoughts on Iron Man 3. Overall, I think it's a really good and great fun movie. Loads of fun, great action sequences, really fun characters, great humor. I know there's some bad stuff in here, stuff I don't like, mainly revolving around the villain. But overall, it's just such an easy watch for me. Every time I watch this movie, I like it a little bit more. Iron Man 3 is a very easy watch for me. That's why I'm giving it an 83%. It's a great movie. It's just so entertaining and so much fun. It's just a great, fun MCU movie, you know? Great, fun Iron Man movie. That's sort of how I think of it. It's not amazing, but it's great. I'm very satisfied with what Iron Man 3 gave me. And so overall, those are my thoughts on Iron Man 3. Comment down below, what do you think of Iron Man 3? Because I know a lot of people hate this movie. So, and those people that say, oh, it's the worst movie ever. Unless you're a Mandarin fanboy or love the comic books, I don't really understand that. But overall, those are my thoughts on Iron Man 3. Comment down below, what are your thoughts? I said that already, what am I talking about? And look forward to some future content I'll be doing. Check out some of the past MCU reviews I've done, other MCU videos. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm going to leave you with this clip now, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.